Hey guys, welcome to Nerdarchy, for Nerds by Nerds. I'm Ted, and I believe we're running session 20 of my Curse of Narquitus game. So start here, introduce yourself, who you're playing.
Absolutely. I'm Scott Garibay, and I'm playing Aeson Shardgale, a one-eyed human wizard with a criminal background.
Can't trust this one-eyed human.
Mark, I'm playing Tyrus, high elf fighter, Eldritch Knight.
And I'm Ryan, playing Lyndon Hemsworthy, because not your typo withstanding, a simple tailor and mayor of Gryffindor.
I'm playing Gnar of Clan Black Iron.
I'm Nathan Nerdarchy, and I'm playing Armason Miran, Elven Cleric of Nature.
Hey, guys, welcome back, Nathan Nerdarchy, back to the team. Woo! Minor celebration.
Now he's going to geese people to solve it.
A
geese for you, and a geese for you. Geese!
So the party is 9th level. We're a couple players, or a handful of players down this evening. We ended last session with the blood spear being magically examined, and the elven librarian had gone through and said, these are the list of things that you need to do in order to destroy the spear.
And what was that list?
And that list is, you need the tears of an angel, the powdered skull of a death tyrant, the life of a unicorn, and the light of the light.
Now, will they settle for misinterpretations? Like, what about a death tyrant? Or things of that nature?
He sits you down and goes through to, in some ways, at length, but the takeaway is each of these 4 things represents an element that is needed to undo the magics that have pulled these 2 items together to form something greater than its combined parts. The Angel's Tears are an element of remorse that is to undo the damage that has been done by the actual spear, to actually handle the destruction of it is the Death Tyrant skull.
Wait, I'm sorry. What was the Tears of the Angel? It's remorse?
Remorse.
Go ahead. And what is the powdered skull?
Destruction.
Go ahead.
The life of a unicorn is to handle the sacrifice. And the light of the light is an element of purity.
Alright, so there was an evil party that killed the unicorn. We just need to hook up with them, have them do the dirty work. Because there's that GM 911. We just find that party. They'll take care of it.
Do we have to kill the unicorn? Can't we just...
Well,
somebody else will kill the unicorn. That's
it
what
says the life of a unicorn, so
It didn't say
that's
take
different.
the life
Yeah.
of a unicorn.
So
Maybe we can fuse the spear into its horn or something.
We as a group do need to decide now if this should be done. This is the destruction of a powerful magical item. But I feel that by doing these things it will change us. Are we sure we wish to venture
are you guys
forward?
having this conversation with Armason there?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to...
Yes.
What do you mean, will it change us?
So we will certainly, if we go about this, if we are successful, we will destroy the blood spear. We will knock back Narquitus. But in order to do this, we will have taken the life of a unicorn. We
So real quick, let me intercede. I'm going to say this is happening at our favorite tavern where we have our annual meeting and no one else was able to make it. And just as the conversation starts, Armason walks through the door, which we haven't seen in forever.
Armason!
Greetings, friends and companions.
I'm glad you are safe. We had thought that perhaps terrible things had happened upon your journeys.
Yes, I've had a long route to go, but I am back in the city once again.
Well, I'm glad that
Greetings
no
again.
one tried to steal your identity, because it's not a pretty goings about things. That's for sure.
Always with the negative and bad things, our Aeson. I'm sure our friend has just been off merchanting.
Well, while you were
Safe and
mentioning, I lost an eye. I lost an apprentice.
It's a country song. It's basically.
He lost his mind?
I lost
How's your
the
business
support of my
faring?
master.
How is your
Lost
business faring?
It is being shuttered as we speak. Indeed.
Are you sure you closed the business down too?
Yeah, there's not. Yeah, it never produced anything.
So wait, we can't even listen to him because like the nihilistic, like he's on a downward spiral. So anything
definitely.
that he's doing, he's
But-
like fucking Trent
but
Reznor
It
over
brings
here.
joy to me that you are doing well. And I am blind in one eye now. It is different. Yeah.
You're all dreary and sad looking. He comes in looking like a pimp. He's like glowing.
I'm pretty
He's
decked
got-
out.
he's got the
I'm in my-
ring.
I'm in my walking around the town clothes, so I'm looking
There
pretty
you
good.
go. There you go. And then we will recount for him what's happened. We will recount for you what has happened since.
Here, sit down. Watch these 30 videos.
Exactly.
All right, after
'Cause
36
we have
hours.
made progress on the mystery of Narcitus and the spear and all that. So we'll recount for him, and then I will pose the same question.
Yes, I've been. Wait, pose the same question. This
Is it worth destroying the blood spear? Is it worth foiling Narcitus's plans and breaking his power if it's going to change who and what we are? Because I think this will change.
I think there is a bit of misconception at the logistics. The life of the unicorn is an element of sacrifice. Should you go and just take the life of a unicorn, I do not believe that it will fulfill the requirement. You must find a unicorn and convince it to offer itself up. You know, there are many powerful steeds out there, and unicorns are one of them. But those skilled with a blade, unfortunately, have felled many unicorns. I think the actual task set before is far more challenging than a simple combat.
Is it Billy Hayes? Was he the pitchman?
Billy Mays.
Billy Mays.
Billy
it.
Mays
Billy
here.
Mays. We need to channel Billy Mays when we find the unicorn.
Well, that's the old elf speaking.
I am.
Yeah, that's Analasalar.
Thank you for explaining. So then we should definitely go about
This
it.
is quite dismal. I am not back for more than a few hours in your presence, and there is such talk.
We're talking
I'm already missing
unicorn
the
killing.
purity and forthright nature of the natural balance of the world. I do not approve of this idea.
Oh, you're saying even with what is it the high priest or the librarian?
Librarian.
The librarian has explained. You still think we should think twice about doing this?
I've not seen you in a long time, friends. I'm sure you've had some very trying times and difficulties in just assembling this monstrosity back together. And my rangers...
We actually failed in assembling it back together.
Oh, I thought you put it together.
No, our enemies did.
Well, you know, you can't believe every rumor you hear.
The pieces were retrieved, and the cultists apparently never were completely flushed from the town. And they murdered a woman in cold blood to unite the two pieces.
The blood was probably actually warm. I imagine.
Right.
Once we learned the only way to unite the artifact in order to destroy it was through murder, we were at a loss. None of us were willing to do it, mostly.
And then the cultists stole it from you and enacted it.
Yeah, and fixed the problem, sort of.
So we have the spear in custody, and we have enacted the magics to unravel it, but the components necessary to see its ultimate end are by no means small.
Well, I mean, what is the life of one unicorn compared to the whole of civilization? Is really the question.
It saddens me greatly, but the alternative is to throw the gates to the abyss wide and allow Narcitus into our world. Oh, and by the way, there's an army of orcs led by a demon orc in the mountains waiting for the spear.
Indeed.
I think I would have probably heard stuff about that.
Wait, repeat that back. There's a tribe of orcs in the mountains waiting for the spear, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not a tribe, an army.
Army. Got it.
Well, it's a bunch of tribes, and they need the spear to unite them.
Yeah.
Hold them together as a symbol.
Which makes them an army.
Is that kind of like the fang of the gnolls? That reminds me of something very similar.
I would believe that it is much stronger than a null fang. The stories that Uthengar has told me, you have actually encountered some null fangs in the past.
Yes, they're rather tame in comparison, I believe.
Well, it seems like the question of whether we should is off the table. I believe we had discussed this previously, and we wanted to find the light of lights first, correct?
Yes.
And all the buzzing on my phone.
With that said, I think we should head out in the morning for no other reason than that the spear should not stay put for too long.
Oh, we have to take it with us?
Oh, absolutely. No one here is even has any ability to protect it or hide it.
Is that your wishes?
Well, yeah. Do we need the spear? Do we need the spear when we enact, these steps?
I imagined you would gather these things and bring them to the town, and we would do it here. Other than occasionally heading out of the library, I have not left this town in quite some time, so I was not planning to venture forth with you.
Oh no,
So-
we would not ask you to.
So, what I'm thinking is we should have a replica of the spear made. Leave that in the town, and the other one, they don't know that we have the means or the knowledge to unmake the spear. So we have this replica left in the city, and we take the spear with us.
But how do we carry the spear? To touch it is to it drives you mad.
We can wrap it in the
We would
cloth.
wrap it. We would have to wrap it.
I don't know. I feel leaving it in the library would probably be the best.
Well,
We
what is to
fought
stop
so
the army
hard.
of orcs from coming down?
Well,
Exactly.
The agents
Or even
agents
some.
of the Blood Cult
The,
have infiltrated before.
the walls of the town are quite vast at this time.
I question that. I always have.
with the dwarves and the dragonborn, we have a sizable number that we could.
It's not about the
Called
force;
task.
it's about covert infiltrators that concern me.
Yeah.
So it's not. It's about one being slipping through the gate, not necessarily an army or any mass force. It's about someone being able, one individual being able to lay hands on it.
Wouldn't it be just as easy for one individual to sneak off somewhere, camp somewhere?
At minimum, we
But
would
they
know
won't
when
know
it
it's
was
us.
gone. What if we go take the life of a unicorn for a spear that is even as we venture forward and ask the unicorn for its life, the spear could have been taken and could be being used to overthrow another town even while we speak.
Yes.
The
So
spear should never leave our sight.
a replica should be made, left in the library, and we take the spear with us, wrapped in furs.
Agreed.
I think we have a chest in the nature sanctuary that we could use and place a pop in it. That might work.
Chest.
Yeah.
Yeah, back.
Could you create
I take
a
it.
carrying case for it, like a strong box?
I'm gonna describe the chest
could
that
lock
I
it.
got
Great
from
idea.
that crazy nature quest.
I don't
Yeah.
remember the chest.
It was what everything was in when we got the thing for Hornwood. I don't know, what was his name? Ander Hornwood. I didn't remember his first name.
Okay.
It was the container for all the crazy goodies.
Okay.
So could just have one crazy goodie in it, right? So I'm going to describe the nature of the chest that we have.
Oh. I think what they're saying is that it should not be out of your hands. Just,
We're not holding.
Out of our sight.
Out of
It
our
shouldn't
possession.
Shouldn't be
oh,
out
you
of our
mean you wish to
possession.
carry the chest?
Yes, as a merchant carries his goods, not in his hands, but in a caravan. Just a very small caravan.
Caravan, eh? Caravan could do.
Out of game, don't any of you have a bag of holding? I thought one of those was
Good.
acquired.
We have a walking chest.
No, none of us have a bag of holding. We wouldn't have used that painting if we did.
Okay.
Yeah. We carried that painting around for a long time, which was weird, and we did it because we don't have a bag of holding.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of unwieldy.
So I do have an idea. So one, I think the lockbox is a great idea. What if we, so we can go with that, or what if we take a cart with two long poles, just the way you would use for a cart, and the spear goes in one. It would
hide it in the
disguise.
pole. Ah, that's
we
an
could
interesting idea.
naturally take us with us. Yeah.
Well,
Thank you.
this is
Thank
very
you.
good.
But if the cart gets stolen-
Brigands may be foolish enough to steal it, but other than that, what if it's more of a simple, like a wheelbarrow that you'd maybe bring out with you into the woods or something? So it'd be more, as opposed to the size of a wagon, a very small cart.
It's not a bad idea.
And someone's got to pull the wheelbarrow.
But
Now
no,
that-
yeah, actually, you could just
me
do
either.
a regular cart, and it would have two, rails on both sides, and one rail would be, hiding the spear.
Well,
Yeah, but all it would take was somebody to cast detect magic on it, and
Correct. But if brigands stole it, they wouldn't even know they had it, unless they, it would have to be somebody who.
I mean,
So we
I don't
do
want to
really
pump
well-
up brigands, but not all of them are idiots. Some of them actually have magic users, with them. And
you want to
they're
go with the
employed.
lockbox?
I'm gonna go with the lockbox.
I'm cool.
But if you want to carry a cart, have the lockbox. The way we design it, it'll have 2 locks on either end, 2 locks in the middle, and we can strap it down to the cart. I mean, physically, so it like you got to spend time to get it off of there.
It's not a bad idea.
Well, my concern with the cart idea is if we go someplace we cannot bring in a cart, or if it's inconvenient to bring
Let's
a cart.
use the lockbox. Let's build a box for it, and then I think one of us is going to need to carry it at all times. It's going to be just like one of us should have it on us at all times. I believe we've lost so much in getting this thing and killed so many that it should never leave our sights until it's destroyed.
The components that we require for this destruction of it, where are they? Do we know where they're
We
located?
do not. Each is a separate mystery that needs to be solved.
This
wrapped
is,
in an enigma.
It's 4 separate quests, literally.
Coded in
Yes, this is not something that
the sugary
is going
confectionery
to be
of
resolved
obscurity.
That's right.
quickly.
Yeah.
So, any ideas on this light of? I think we've resolved the light of the light.
I have read most, if not all, of the books in the library, and this is not something that I am familiar with.
It's a shame we don't have our light obsessed friend around. I'm sure he would have been very helpful.
Been able
in
to
this
shed
sort
some
of
light
matter.
on this.
What if the
Yes.
Dragonborn? What if we were to talk to one of their leaders? Perhaps they could send us in the right direction.
It's a possibility.
So, I will construct the box to hold it, as per the request. I want to have you work with me so you can put glyph of warding on it,
So be it.
and
So if it is the light of the light that you are set upon, I can begin tasking all at the library to see what I might be able to uncover.
That is
That
good
would be
because I
helpful.
don't have a bleeding clue.
What was that?
I said that would be helpful.
So give me a couple of days, and I'll see what I can have for you by then.
would you be able to magically seal the box for us?
What is it that are you looking at a specific spell?
Yeah, arcane lock.
What level is that?
It's like 2nd level.
Yeah.
I think. And then also we could, if we really wanted to go overboard, we could use Nistel's mystical aura,
And make a fake.
and well, on the fake that can be cast daily, and that will make it appear magical. But you can also use it to make it appear non-magical, so we could use both.
Like,
It's just gonna suck up a spell slot.
do you have access to it?
I believe I do have it.
Nice.
I
So
think that would be extremely.
is there anything else that you would have of me before I head back to the library?
No, that's it. If you can do that research, that would be a great assistance
If
to
you
our
could,
cause.
if you could shed some light on the matter.
I will, as I said, I will task all under me at the library to uncover whatever clues I can in regards to this.
Okay, I'm gonna take him talk to him
Okay.
when he's gonna be separating from us. So if that's gonna be happening.
Yeah. So if you want to walk with him while he's heading back to the library,
Master Bug is
Before
speaking.
Arbalason goes, I will say Arbalason would like to introduce you to Bakan, and this is Bakan. She is a human wizard, much lower level. I'll say she travels with me now. She is not an apprentice, but we learn from one another. Oh, by the way,
So
that's
is your
it's a jar of worms, and she's chaotic neutral.
so I introduced myself. Good was the evening. Good evening to you, lady. I'm Armason of House Mordan.
Do you wish to control Bakan, or do you want me to?
Wildness.
So Bakan nods, and yeah, that's it. She doesn't talk a whole lot.
Oh, right.
So was there something you wished of me?
Yes. I will be back. I will have some of my supply trains get us provisions and other such things.
All right, it would be well to raise a goblet of wine with you once again.
Yes, indeed.
Armason.
I will return shortly. What's his name?
I have him spied. I'm just
Analasalar,
kidding.
or you can just call him librarian.
Or Anil, you can just call
What
him.
was it? Arola.
Analasalar.
Analasalar. Is the high-level librarian, like master librarian?
Yeah, he's in charge of the
Master Libre. Master Libre. I already forgot his name.
Okay, so real quick, a bit of bookkeeping.
I have to
Like,
talk to Anna less.
Like,
Go ahead.
if we're not, like, we can fast forward, but if we spend 30 days with Nistel's magic aura, we can make it permanent. So we can do it on both of them, one the mask and one to give the false.
I'm down. Oh, I get from a game perspective, it's no problem for us to wait around. It actually would help with me. To
So
wait for
you're
her
building
to-
2 boxes?
I just
No,
think
one.
We're going to be doing 30 days of travel, so
We're going to leave a
just
fake spear behind.
go with it for a while.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Oh, we are doing.
I just
30?
know. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm no wizard, but it sounds like it'd be really tough to coat non-magical aura on something this vile and nasty. So, but
Yeah.
it may work. Again, I'm no wizard.
I'm down for trying. You want to wait? I'm up for it.
Yeah, if nothing else, we still might as well put the fake aura
Oh yeah.
on a replica.
Yeah.
Do you have the fabricate spell?
Oh, I wish I did. I don't actually know.
That was a different character.
Yeah, that was a different
That was
character.
Scott's game.
But hell, I'll use it again if it's if I have access to it. That is the sweetest spell ever.
I'm not afraid
That
to
was
use it.
awesome.
Okay, so let me just get this. Okay. I forgot his name again.
Analasalar. But go ahead.
Analasalar. Has anyone had any type of divine guidance on what to do with this weapon or this spear, or has it all been research?
It has
Son of a bee.
mainly been research, and/or has sought some guidance of the correct direction to go, but nothing as of recent.
Okay. Well, it may be risky, but I am interested in seeing if I can find out more about it through the wisdom and clarity of my deity.
Okay.
I say that kind of hesitantly.
He seems to take note in your lack of confidence.
Does it disturb him?
No.
Not that I could actually do it, but that he's mine. Or more appropriately, I'm his. Okay. So there is a powerful divination ability that some clerics are given visions and understanding of things beyond their capacity. And it evokes not only the legend of the object, but also specific and prominent lore dealing with pieces of the history of that object. So if no one has done such a divination,
Well, to
that
my
could
knowledge, nothing of that type of magic has been enacted.
then I should perform that before we get on our way. So I will prepare for it.
So were you
Yeah.
traveling with them as well?
Yes, but I wanted to talk to Anna last long.
Yeah, he's traveling back to
Oh, yeah.
the library. Native kind of
I
follow.
find a minute to talk to him alone. As you know, I've struggled with many of the merchants within the city and even the city council recently, and my relationship with city merchants and the city council has deteriorated. I'm asking you for a favor if you have time and if you would do me the kindness My eye has been seeping, and I believe, and I'm getting used to not having it, and this patch is unsightly. I need a plain black, pure black sphere of glass molded. I would like the work to be done by the finest merchant who could do it, and I, of course, am willing to pay. I'll give him 50 gold to start, and say if it costs any more. But if you could get that if you could commission it to be done and speak to no one on its creation and leave as few questions as possible, it would be a kindness to me.
I can certainly have that done. I'm well connected within town. Would you just simply not ask your elven companion to restore it?
This is why I'm asking you. It was Bokan's idea for me to get a pure black sphere, and I am still wondering. Just, it is a matter of discretion. It would be of great help to me if it were handled outside of my group.
So be it.
Thank you.
All right. So, a couple days go by. I imagine you're probably close to. Well, first off, is there anything that anyone else wanted to have done over the couple of days?
I'm just marrying, and also since I now that other tailor shop had come into my possession, so I probably and overseeing some of the business things and setting things into motion with that.
Yeah, you've had to deal with a bit of a headache because you weren't in charge of your shop for a while.
Yeah.
So some things have kind of gone.
Everybody got raises.
Yeah. So I'll set all that to rights.
They started
But
a
also
union.
too, I will go about figuring out what needs to be done to take inventorying that other shop I'm taking the warehouse I'm taking possession of.
You also are dealing with some employees like questioning, like, well, why were you disconnected and now all of a sudden the resurgence? Or are you questioning their abilities and their loyalties? It's been a major headache.
Yeah, and then I just go and the thing locked me in a box for like months on end. And, was it like a year?
It was a while. It was at least 9 months.
Yeah, so I'll listen to them with that whole narrative of what transpired, and I'm sure they've heard the stories of my dead
Fake
body.
death.
Yeah, exactly. So I will work on restoring all that as well,
Okay.
and that's how I'm spending my time.
Tyrus is Tyrus, whatever the hell his name is. He's doing like some serious training and meditating in preparation for going on this journey. And when he's not doing that, he's dealing with his
Rangers,
yeah,
his hunters.
hunters and making sure that they're keeping things running.
During your meditation, there's a time that you're unable to shake the feeling that these tasks that you have all set yourselves upon are going to test you in ways that nothing else that you've done has done. So it's going to be a challenge, and you're aware of it. So a couple days goes by. You're making progress on the box. The magics of Nistill's magical aura have been started casting. Are you yourself going to make the spear duplicate? Is somebody else?
I think I'm gonna have time to make the spear and the box. So I am going to beseech.
For a while, you were working with another smith. That you
I'm
trusted.
trying to think off the top of my name. I'm trying to think of his name.
I don't have those notes in front of me, unfortunately.
But I'm going to beseech my former employer. Actually, I'm probably using his shop to do this stuff anyway. It's kind of what I do.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were using. Yeah. You said mention that.
I dropped both the keywords. So
Keyword search.
Quintel.
I just thought I had to touch it.
So-
I don't have to touch it.
I will speak to Quintel about, commissioning him to make the spear. And he already knew a little bit about the dagger. Of course, he has instructions to never ever touch the spear. Oh, thank you.
So I get to roll power. I'm curious. Oh, that's interesting. So I get to roll power, but off the stick.
Yep.
So he says this is quite an item. I can certainly forge a likeness, but I'm not certain I can do so quickly and have it be something that it will hold up under scrutiny. What level of exactness are you looking for?
Just appearance. So it doesn't have to actually be wieldable.
Ah, okay. Well,
In
that will
fact, it
make
would be
it.
better if it's not.
Make it exactly as evil and powerful as the original is all that we ask.
Oh, that definitely changes things. I have faith that I will be able to do this for you.
Excellent. I knew you would.
Now we're staying in the town for the 30 days, or we're traveling.
Staying in the town for the 30 days.
At the midnight hour, Bocan and I will walk the wall section by section on inside and out, checking.
Okay. So after a couple of days, you all receive a letter asking you to come to the library. There's books strewn all over the place. Analasalar is sitting there with his grimorum that you had crafted, kind of floating in front of him. The few people that you do wind up coming across, all of them look slightly disheveled, as if they've not gotten enough rest the last couple of days. And all of you do show up to the library.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. When I see those people, I always give them the nod of approval. The ones that are all disheveled and look like they haven't slept in days.
So, regrettably, I have found very little information in regards to that specific title. We've managed to piece together some information, but it is incredibly small. There is... It's been described several different ways. Sometimes it's been described as an orb, other times as a simple gem. So I don't know whether we're talking something like this or something that will fit in the palm of your hand, but the light of the light is a thing. I know that there is a grand library within the... We're no longer within their borders, but the Kingdom of Dralik might be able to shed more light on this subject. I know not whether you plan to head that way, or if you would be interested in traveling that way and enacting the research yourselves. But that is what, waves his arms around the library around him. My place has managed to yield.
Our Google inquiry just said you should probably search Bing.
Yeah. Query not found.
Well, thank you for assistance. At least we know where to look. And I'm sure Aislinn Shardgal is quite acquainted with the road to Dralik.
I am. I went there to kill the false Hemsworthy.
Yes.
And we also went there to do the pit fighting, didn't we? Was that
No,
No, it was Ryler.
You went to
Ryler?
Ryler for
Okay,
that.
gotcha. Yes, I definitely can lead the way to Dralic. I remember
You can
the road.
either take the road and walk, or you can take a ship and sail.
Oh, I could go for a lovely cruise.
I would enjoy going by ship as well.
Never get on the boat. We're getting on the boat.
Based on my understanding of merchant cargo and shipping and things, would I say that is a good season to do that route? Or,
Yes.
No. Well, it's supposed to be favorable weather for this season for travel.
I shudder a little bit. Ugh, yeah, we can take the boat.
Maybe I'll get up to some fishing. That could be fun. Relaxing.
I'm against the boat, but I will go with the group.
Oh, it's wonderful. None of that pesky, getting blisters on your ass from being in saddle. You can have like a bottle of wine or two whilst fishing. There's nothing wrong with it.
Mm-hmm.
Except pirates.
Fine idea.
Completely safe. Absolutely nothing
and all
bad
that
ever
word.
happens on
Yes.
Fine idea, Linda.
Yes. So when would I be able to perform the ritual?
You want to cast the spell?
Yeah, I think it's actually just a spell.
Yep. That's
All right. So it doesn't have to be there. I found out
right. You just
because I
have
know its likeness. I've seen it.
to- Yes.
And I will be putting the glyph of warding on it as well.
On the box.
Right, correct.
Yeah. No.
He wants to cast legend lore on the spear.
Right, yeah. I'm sorry, go right ahead. My point is, do you need anything else from me to put glyph of warding on there permanently?
What does it take to do it permanently?
Nothing. It's just until it discharges. I
Right.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you
Does it have many names that's known by in the lore or anything?
it's you've heard it just called the spear of Narquitas. It's been
Okay.
called the blood spear. You know its likeness. You can actually enact the ritual in its presence. I don't know right now whether it's still with Analasalar or one of you guys have taken possession of it.
It's also been sometimes referred to as the Sanguine Spear. All kinds of. Just made that shit up. Why not?
You're gonna cast Legend Lore, and you're going to see the face of Narquitas, and it's gonna. drive
I'm a
you
little
mad.
nervous about that. Not gonna lie. All right.
You just see the iris Armason. No big deal.
He looks like the demon from the devil from Legend.
Blood
Tim
spear.
Curry.
Narquitas,
Oh, it's Tim Curry's spears.
Narquitas Sanguine Spear. Reveal your secrets to me.
So
It appears in his hands.
Me and Boken are here for this, if that's okay.
Yeah, I've got ace up my.
And we're both like ready.
I got
to
an ace
cast.
up
I'm
my
ready
hole.
for the spear to do bad things to me.
I got an ace up my
all right. So the time passes differently. You feel like things rushing ahead, and you're seeing things differently from each eye.
Okay.
In one eye, you're seeing your interpretation of this list of ingredients and taking possession of those things. The group of you standing around this spear, magic being enacted by every single one of you as things are stripped and layers are destroyed, and you see the spear go through some kind of change, and a flash of light happens. You don't get to see what the spear changes into, because it goes away before that. On the other side, you see a 9-foot tall, green-skinned monstrosity wielding this
No,
the
it's the
spear in
Incredible
one
Hulk.
hand and an axe that is dripping blood. Although it does not look like he's felled anything recently. Wade, and he just pushes like with his foot, and the wall of Griffin Gap falls, and you just see time race forward as he pushes into the town, cutting building, person, kid, everything in his path down like it's made of paper. In his wake follows hordes of monstrous humanoids orcs, goblins, kobolds, hobgoblins, bugbears, and everything is just descending into this town. He stands atop the rubble of the town hall. Every single building, the wall is crushed to rubble, and he stands there and howls as he looks upon this army that is before him, and all of them join in this celebratory howl of death as humans, elves, dwarves, halflings lie at their feet, blood running. He takes the spear and strikes it into the rubble, and the last thing you see is a massive sigil of the 3-drop scar of Narcitus.
Huh. Has that convinced you of the need to destroy the spear? You're like 1,000 unicorn deaths? No problem.
If we have to destroy every single
very
living
disturbing.
unicorn in the plane.
So I don't think you need a check to realize that the double vision shows you that there are two paths. Either one will happen or the other.
Were we carrying it in any of the visions? Or was it just simply the path of destroying it, or the path of it?
You saw the path of its destruction or the path of Gryffindor's.
Tell you one thing, I don't want to F with that orc now.
And
Kick
both
down
of
the
those
wall.
Future
Kicks down
appeared to be
walls.
future.
Obvious
Both
the
appear to be
wall is
futures.
not good enough as it is right now.
Don't say
Again,
that,
Shark
damn.
Girl is right.
What did the destruction of the spear look like?
It was the gathering of all of the components as they are at least envisioned, and then it was a bright
Flash of light that transformed it into
I
something.
did not see after that.
Can we plumb what each of the? Can we use his vision of the components to find the components? Or
There wasn't any clues. It was
Yeah,
literally
I got you. No
it was
problem.
literally
I get it.
Armalason's interpretation
Yeah,
of
I believe.
no, I totally
I
get
believe
that.
they're what I thought upon hearing the words.
I think the life of the unicorn doesn't actually kill the unicorn, but creates the first alicorn.
There you go.
It's a Pegasus unicorn.
Oh, did I hear any command words for anything for the spear while I was having my vision?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you know.
Looking to unlock more of its evil powers.
Come in handy sometime. I don't know.
Bocan steps forward, and I step forward as well. I am beginning to believe that we should consider changing.
Sides.
Yes. What if we were to make it so that the spear could be used for us? All that the power of the sphere is not necessarily a bad thing. It is who wishes to use it. If we could make the negative effects of the device, if we could eliminate them, we could use the spear ourselves. Boke and I both agree that we should consider this.
Both, all three of us have felt the call of the dagger,
There's nothing good that can come
and
from that dagger.
it changes
Or that
those who
spear.
possess it.
Agreed. We need to eliminate its power. We need to eliminate Narcitus's connection to the sphere. We don't necessarily need to destroy the
But
Lord Spear.
doesn't I don't know that much about magics.
If
but
you
aren't
did
it-
that, then it would just be a spear.
exactly.
An immensely powerful spear.
Well, no,
its power comes from the evil
From
Narcitus.
Well, that's what I was.
As if it's a physical object that's an agent for him in this world.
The only way to do that for good purposes would be to strip all of the evil powers from it, whether it destroys it or not, and have someone equivalent of the good side.
Consecrated.
We need a good blood god to bless it.
Yeah. You told us the visions, right? You told us about the
I
visions.
described them.
So
as I
we
saw.
already know by the process of trying to destroy the spirit to actually transform to something else. We don't know what that something else is. Maybe it is the spirit of goodness, but right now all we know is it's going to transform.
Okay, so
The process
I
of
say,
destroying
Well, I
We
saw
have
a
a
flash
path.
of light. I do not know anything after that.
I say we have a path that we've set upon. a task that we decided to do. Let's just do it. Not second guess it. Not talk ourselves into something else. Do what we set out to do. Period.
Just do it.
Asen and Boken will physically step back.
So I think we should head down to the docks and seek out Purak, Harak's brother,
What's that?
who is a ship captain, and try and see if we can't book passage on his barge. The happy lady.
So I notice.
Make sure you get me some nice quarters.
It's called a crow's nest, but we haven't put a canopy over top of it for you.
So what was the name of the
netting.
ship?
Happy lady.
The Happy Lady. Okay. And for giving me an NPC and not making me come up with a name, thank you.
All right. So I noticed that he and his wizard companion stepped back. I don't want to go over to him. Master Shargo. I noticed that you seem a little hesitant to destroy such a thing. Is there a way that I could perhaps share this vision I've had with you? I think it might be better suited where words will not.
Don't you have the read thought spell? Like you were, if there was a time when you were casting that like every other round. Detect thoughts.
Yes, I do have that. Yes, I will cast Detect Thoughts and to get the vision.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be excellent.
Just one thing before we perform any wizardry. I am only saying that you're allowed to witness this vision I have had.
Agreed.
Because his other evil schemes.
No.
No, you're right the first time.
Correct.
Scams.
I understand the power of this spell.
He's not even a
I would
cleric.
never invade into
on, why do you
your
think he's
thoughts
here
or
tonight?
thoughts of your family. I know you are of noble blood, and that within noble families, often heritage and knowledge of the family is held closely.
And I will do my best to
Respect.
just fixate upon what I have seen in the vision.
All right. I will detect thought, and I will try to capture as much of it as I can. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so you get the gist of what he explained, and you see the power. You might not have interpreted the list exactly the same way that Armason had, but there's clearly something being held or being used during the ritual that you could be like, yeah, that could definitely fulfill that. The light of the light was described as an orb or a gem, so him being a merchant, he's probably going to view it more as a gem, as probably something, yellow
Like the one right here.
and glorious.
It's outrageous.
And so the magic happens, and again, flash of light. Doesn't look like anything exploded or fell apart, but you're left with the impression of a change, not necessarily destruction, on the left side of the vision.
That the spear was changed rather than destroyed.
Correct. On the right side, again, you see the utter destruction of Griffin Gaff, the massive army howling in victory, and it's clear that, all right, this is step one. What's next?
Interesting. Okay. Arbalation, thank you for sharing this vision with me. I will recount everything that you told me to everyone, so that everyone has as pure an idea of the vision as possible, and just kind of recounting all of it, especially the part about it being changed. Yeah.
So are we ready to set out?
Now, it has been only 3 or 4 days since you decided that you were going to wait the 30 days, so it's up to you as whether you want to.
Well, we'll wait the 30 days, but we can just fast track it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, in the meantime, maybe we meet with Parak and make sure we book the passage. Whoever wants to go with me can to set it up.
Yeah, I'll make sure. So I miss
So
accommodations.
you guys see this enormous half-orc that even makes Harak look small, but except for where Harak is pure muscle and built up, is the epitome of a warrior. He is massively fat. He's wearing no shirt. and he's got tattoos all over his body. He has a massive underbite.
The tattoos are all symbols of something that he's defeated in combat or caught, from the ship.
He's totally wearing the MC Hammer pants, and he's got the shoes to match that curl up, and they're of multiple gregarious colors.
Send your sister down if you want.
He's got bells on the shoes themselves. He wears a bandana around his head to keep the sweat out of his eyes, and his head is shaved except for the very top where he has got a massively long ponytail that's braided, and he even has a weight on the end of it, and he has it wrapped around his massive neck several times, and it hangs down. And one of the things you see right away, because he begins to dance when he sees us coming with such joy and happiness, the complete opposite Harak, who's kind of like grumpy and sullen. He is completely gregarious in appearance and as well as like his jubilation and emotions, and throws his arms wide and, greetings, my friends! My brother has told me you're coming. Thank you for the business.
So there's definitely a layer of muscle underneath the weight on his arms, but when he dances, that belly is jiggling.
He's doing
nothing.
the truffle shuffle.
Yeah, absolutely.
Trust me, don't be fooled by jiggly belly.
But you can. But one of the things that
I'm not making judgments. I'm just saying.
But one of the things you notice is he's very nimble, far more nimble than he should be, and it's probably from his lifetime of living on the rolling deck of a ship.
And centralized mass. Oh, I would have figured out the best way to make this a merchant trip as well while we're doing it. Since it's all the ships.
What is his name?
Good night.
Proc.
And he is human or half-orc?
Half-orc.
I know exactly. You don't have to.
He's the jolly half.
Yeah.
Get it for your sister, please. So,
Well, greetings, Harak. Harak is such a good servitor of Gryffindor. I can imagine that you would be no less. And thank you for honoring us with your fine vessel and being a leader.
no problem. It actually is working out quite well. I'm actually bound for Dralik anyway. Be good to have some hardy adventurers by my side as we travel. And
I'll let you know when they get here. I'm looking around for them myself.
he laughs and his belly jiggles like crazy.
Well met, Parak.
Greetings.
We're pleased to meet you.
Before we leave, is there anything I can do within that 30 days to unlock one of the other spells I got in those books? Even one?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Give me a D4 roll.
All right.
You don't have one. Oh, there you got it. Yeah.
3.
So you got 3 spells.
Thank you very much. That's fantastic. Thank you. Did we find anything in the walking the wall?
No, not
Solid as a rock,
There
right?
doesn't seem to be anything out of the ordinary. When Bart was going undercover last session, at least that cultist was not aware of anything that was for them in the walls. So you're thinking the walls kind of seem like they're good.
I will take that once Bocan and I have confirmed that the wall has no holes in it. I will I will buy a round in the tavern and apologize to the dwarves who worked so hard to build it.
But remember that vision of that 9-foot tall orc kicking it down.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So a moon goes by, and you guys are ready to set sail. If there's any supplies or things that you guys want to be able to get, it's in the PHB. It's good. You guys.
I think we should bring some horses.
To get slaughtered?
Actually, it would be. Is it
You guys
okay to bring horses?
do know
Yeah.
that there's an alchemist in town, so the potions of healing are available.
Yeah, I want to get a couple of those.
Are you saying for purchase?
Yes.
Oh, wow. No. Sorry. Okay.
I'll get a couple of those.
Not enough.
Yeah, I'll
2 or
probably
3.
grab a couple
Okay.
of healing potions as
How
well.
much are they?
I believe they're 50 around the PHP.
So I'll get 4.
That cask of wine or 2, some like niceties as far as food, like some dried fruit
It's
and
50 gold for a potion of healing.
some dried fruit and meats and some other delicious things I have. A fishing rod, yeah, some odd things to keep myself occupied. Maybe some games to bring along. I'm gonna be riding in style and enjoying myself.
Bogan and I will refresh our own spell components and also writing material. I'm definitely make sure I have a fresh writing kit and all that.
So, the first several days of the journey, for most of you, this could possibly be your first time on an actual vessel. You've taken the trip to Dralic once or twice before, so you're familiar with the route. But the first couple of days, you're winding through the large river until it actually opens up into a larger waterway for about a week or so, and then you come back into a narrower channel to head into the Dralic area.
I'm completely treating it as if it's a pleasure cruise. Fishing, drinking, playing, trying to get people to play cards with me or chess as I go.
So does anyone want to take some agency for the first week of your travel?
Somewhat.
Agency?
See,
Do
it
you want
means
to
we would take control of the story.
Do you want to
tell
say
what happened?
Something that happened, either a conversation you had with someone on the ship, an encounter that happened, however you see fit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, I did want to ask him about his eye.
Yeah. Oh well, actually, am I able
Yeah,
to get it?
yeah.
Yeah. The reason I have taken.
So I was.
Go ahead.
I saw that some misfortune has happened to you since we last met. I do not want to pry into personal affairs, but what has befallen you?
Well, so I was highly questionable about many of the decisions that had been made in leading the town of Hemsworthy. I had actually made an enemy of Lyndon Hemsworthy, and I went to assassinate him. Fortunately, the Lyndon Hemsworthy I assassinated was a false, essentially a polymorph. Am I correct? What was he?
Boken steps up. It was a doppelganger.
Doppelganger.
Ah,
Yes. In killing the doppelganger, I did lose my eye. I also lost Obsid Strandon. He was an apprentice. He had been with me through through 3 circles of arcane study.
Well, you had told me that you would send him off so that he would be able to make his own name.
Correct. But the reality is, I did not wish him to die when I fought Lyndon Hemsworthy, and I was not sure what would happen, and I thought that Obsid may
So it was okay for I and my other companions to die, but yet Obsid not?
I did not know you then, Boken, and that is correct. At that time, you were
Sorry, little Miss Cannon Fodder.
You were
Well,
my most beloved.
Yeah,
there is
she-
mercenaries understand when they get paid that they may not get to spend that coin.
She gives a sneer and a grin. You're not certain how she pulls it off. So like she sees both sides of it and isn't amused by it.
Yes.
Now, have you been to any healers or holy men to see about reconstructing your eye?
It is a good question. I have lost more than simply my eye. There was a time where I was a dedicated student of Master Trisgar. I was also dedicated to the pursuit of being good and being lawful. I have lost both of those. And that is why I have been learning from Boken that while there are some who are the opposite of good, there is a middle path, a neutral path.
It's much more fun.
I'm looking at him with like a quirked eyebrow that I'm trying to hide. I understand the falling away from the path of law and with attempting to assassinate a person even if they are not the person. Because of course I saw Hemsworth before me. So when did you find out it was the doppelganger?
After he was dead.
Actually, well, out of character. I did the cool guys don't look at explosions, so I didn't even know then that it was a doppelganger. I only found out it was a doppelganger when I actually saw the real Hemsworthy.
So what do you tell me?
I will say that in, I don't know how Asen would say that, but I will say that in Asen's words.
Boken laughs after he's dead.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
So did you find out some information, or there was some kind of discrepancy with how the thing acted as opposed to the real Hemsworthy?
Well, actually, it's more complicated than that. I had proposed a civil project, a project that would have changed the way the entire town of Griffin Gaff was run. It was called the Griffin Gaff Armor. And then I'll actually take about an hour and show you all my plans
I think
for the
I saw
Griffin
that.
Gaff Armor. Yes, it was rejected by it was rejected by Hemsworthy. There was, and actually, I would be highly interested in doing this even now, but I have burned many bridges since those days, and I would not have goodwill from the council or the merchants of the city to launch the Griffin Gaff Armor project now.
Can we burn bridges?
I do
It's metaphoric bridges.
Yes.
I look at her like, what's wrong with you? Metaphoric bridges.
Oh.
That's if you feel that, I mean, do you have the sphere thing now? Okay. I see that you have a placeholder, but if you would like, I can see about if my powers can restore your eye.
I have decided to keep my state as it is, so that I will never forget my new path.
I had thought you would say something like that, based on our previous discussions.
It is always important to wear our memories proudly.
Indeed.
I'm looking at myself like, well, I just bank on having a very good memory.
It is good that you are back, Arbalason, and I almost wish to apologize that so many things have changed. Perhaps if it is interesting what paths we take. It is good that you're back.
So, anyone else wish to have anything accomplished or have
I want to
happen?
talk to him about it. I didn't know he had got it done.
That's true.
By the
Yeah.
time. So I would talk to you about it. Why Black Eye?
Well, because I am no longer Master Trisgar's student, and I am no longer dedicated to the path of good and law as I was before.
So
This is a statement to the world that is now the case.
So since it's black, should we assume that you're dedicated to evil now?
I'd like to wear
You going completely the other way? Couldn't have got a gray eye?
Bust it out and
You gonna be in the middle?
Good.
Well, while we were talking about it,
Asen Black Eye
Taris,
Shard Gal.
it is Taris, right?
Yeah.
Taris, yes. Do you truly believe that the most powerful object we've come across should be destroyed and not used by us? Look at all the work we've done.
Yes. In a word, I can't describe what I felt, what I held back when we set out to put it together. It needs to go.
You're not certain if it's just the wind on the waves, but a chill kind of goes up your spine as you talk about the memory that happened about the dagger, and you kind of feel like something call, like you don't hear it, but you feel that call again.
I will say, I understand that you felt that you were not in control and that Narcitus was in control, but all of us have gained power since those days. Stronger. I believe we may, if we change the nature, if we simply break Narcitus's connection to
All right,
the spear, I believe it could retain power, and we could use that power as we choose.
This is what you happens when you let the wizard put the Eye of Vecna in his head.
Yeah.
And that's what it counts on. That you, I don't want to say your arrogance, but it's the only word I know. In your arrogance, that you could control such a power.
Yeah.
That you could change such a thing and wield it for your purposes. That's what it dwells on. It doesn't, when it tried to take me, it didn't brute force try to overpower my mind. It just subtly offered me images or let's do this. It's like for me to say to you, do not walk through that door. It's more like it comes up to you and goes, hey, let me show you something over here. We can have a couple of drinks. You can't, it's nothing you can do. There's no amount of push-ups, pull-ups I can do to help strengthen you against it. It is set, it is evil, and it must be destroyed.
Well, Taris, we have traveled together for a long time. The one thing I will promise you is that
I will let you live.
no.
In my new right.
Despite what I believe, and despite the fact that I am no longer on the path of law and good, I would never betray your trust, and I will make no decisions upon the spear that are against your will for it.
Thank you, I think.
And this is an elf saying arrogance, so I think that's a good.
I take your warning as it is intended. Thank you.
Still think you should have got a gray eye though.
So for some reason, you have a conversation with Bogan later on, and she subtly reminds you that you two are the only humans on this little grouping. You got 2 elves, you got a dwarf, you got a halfling.
Do you see that as an issue?
Just think it was worth noting.
Racist bitch.
So what I'm really hearing is all the rest of us are outnumbered.
I hear knife here once. She's going off the side.
Did you guys decide to bring your companion?
Yeah, Shay. He's very useful. Yes,
Who?
Shay.
He is the
There is
the chest.
a large dog that tends to travel with the group, and it looks like a dog that's made out of wood and metal with a very big mouth.
Huh.
And doesn't always, but it actually does speak. And there's sometimes you see it as a barrel, sometimes you see it as a chest.
But sometimes there's a dog.
It's most of the time it's a dog around the group.
What do we feed it?
Whatever we find.
Corpses.
It's
we're not out this
it's
coast.
never told you that it's hungry, but it has told you it's full.
Okay.
There was a time that you guys went on a.
Yeah. Actually, a lot of times I'll have Shay turn into a Shay's lounge or something like that.
Do you lay over it and go shades?
Yeah, I do. I pet it, but that's really me just caressing the velvet of the fabric.
Well, except for it's always wood, right?
Yeah, it
well.
still has that treasure chest look.
You can't be more comfortable. It can't be like a recliner.
It could be really nice.
It can be that shape. and
Ergonomic wood.
It can contour itself for you, but it's not.
butt grooves.
You could always
Yeah.
put pillows over it.
Well, that's the thing. I would have probably made a cushion or something like that for it. Basically a saddle that's like a cushion. So I had to
after a couple of days, he's kind of a little ornery, only having so much space to run around. So he's been trying to exercise by doing laps on the deck of the ship until he's tuckered out a bit.
Oh, I can play fetch with him.
There you go.
Yeah.
He will
Can you
indeed.
split?
Well, I teach him to play. I teach him to throw dice,
Okay.
and I'm sure there's plenty of sailors on the ship. So, yeah, I'll probably spend a lot of time throwing dice. I would have grabbed a couple casks of ale on the way for the voyage to keep the time, and then basically I just want to make small talk with the sailors. I spend a little time with Parak, but I want to get to know his crew. So whenever I get a chance, I'm pouring the ale and throwing the dice.
Like attracts like, and the kind of jovial nature of Parak has garnered a lot of similar personalities to his ship, and it's not a pirate vessel. It's not a navy vessel. It's a barge. It's meant to transport stuff back and forth. So they're people that they know their work, but they're not seasoned veteran fighters as as you guys are. But they're certainly a good bunch of people to drink and tell tales, and some of them recount some stories of legends.
So like we started this thing like probably on the first night where there's like a group of us of 6 to 8 of us that will get together. Sometimes it changes depending on who's on duty or whatever of the sailors, and we drink and we throw dice and we each tell stories, and each one of us tries to outdo the one before with the stories, and it gets to a point where it has to absolutely be made up and cannot possibly be true.
Che tries to get in on it, but he's not very good at telling stories.
They all ended with, and then I ate them.
Exactly.
And some of those stories involve an entire town of giants. And he ends it with, and I ate them. And there isn't a transition. It's like, big story, town of giants, I ate them.
I ate them.
And I would play a few games of chess with Hemsworth if he was up for it.
Yeah.
Or cards. Whatever way to really decide it.
Yeah, which we can switch off.
Yeah.
I might even be throwing some dice at varying points too. Yeah.
Well, when you need more cultured company.
Well, I switch off between things, but wine and chess.
I definitely, when I see him come on with a fishing pole, I talk to some of the sailors, and I have them rig stuff so that he can reel things in, like weird things, like definitely like there's a boot and whatever they can find.
And who's doing the fishing you're talking about?
Yeah, when Hemsworth is fishing, like we work it out with the best sailors so we can pull these pranks on him. But like we never tell him what's going on, and he's just like fishing and pulling up all this weird stuff. Like one time he pulls up like a full steak.
Steak of the sea.
I'd like to cycle this with a short pitch, please.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So on
I am going to hold on to the non-perishable things that I find for my siege bounties.
on the third day as you're fishing, you actually do, inside the fish you do find a weird gemstone. It's not polished very very nicely or cut in an elegant way, but you're certain that it'll sell for something if you want to hold on to it.
Well, bless my soul. And then I put that. Yeah, nice.
You can write down about 20 gold is what it's worth. So the first week goes by, and you haven't had any issues on on the waves. You're now into deeper waters, and the weather seems fair. It seems to be holding up quite well. Couple more days goes by, and the wind kind of slows down, and they have to actually pull out some oars to get going that day. When all of a sudden something jars the boat, and it seems like it's coming from below. What do you guys do?
Below outside or as
Like, from underneath the vessel.
That doesn't feel normal. That's not normal, is it?
I know what I'm doing. Boken, tie it off. And then I'll grab the rope and dive in and start swimming under. I mean, I'm holding a rope with one hand.
Okay.
I'm going to finish my last dregs of wine so it doesn't spill. And then I will armament myself.
So
Oh, and I would like to know later if the rope was actually tied off. For our last conversation, I'm not sure how much I can trust Boken.
all right. Let's see here.
Does she consider you expendable?
Yeah, exactly. She's from Bocan Raton. Yeah.
She just tosses it over after you.
Alright, so for all intents and purposes, this we'll just say that's about the vessel. So if you guys want to put yourselves where you want to be.
I like to spend my time in the prow.
So I'm here,
Okay.
diving over.
Singing boats and hoes.
It's apparently not tied off.
Was that?
It's not tied off.
Oh crap!
If it's really sunny, I
I
would
gave
be
her
in
a
my,
35% chance that she wouldn't do it, or she didn't hear you, or
Not good.
Think we need another
get
ticket.
confirmation before jumping.
tie this off.
You did the shoot right? If it's during the, is it like noon time or whatever?
Yeah,
if
it's
it's really sunny, I would probably be in my cabin.
It's
area.
sunny.
Okay, I'm in my cabin area. So wherever that is.
Well, I'll say if they were rowing, I got in on a rowing just to get some PT.
Okay.
But once we hit something that stops us, I'm going head topside.
I'm gonna head towards like the center of the vessel.
So these are going to be the rowers.
Ah!
These are not monsters.
They look monstrous.
It's just because that's what the bag
Because
says.
the rough buff rowers there.
I'm totally judging them by their cover.
We'll comparison there. Be ever so helpful. All right, so you got 8 people rowing.
I'm gonna be moving like 15 feet toward the towards where
When I saw you last,
What
were
is-
you wearing that ring I gave you?
The water ring,
The warding ring I gave
the
you.
warding ring.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
I
just
still
to be
do, I
something
still wear
different,
that.
I'll say that the mushroom guy is Parak.
I'm moving like 15,
Oh, and
20
those are
feet
sailors?
towards
Yes.
Usangar.
Gotcha, okay, that's great.
So I turned to him. I'm like, is that normal?
Nope, never had anything like that. Water's too deep to be hitting rocks.
Can I go like back? No, like center of the ship.
Sound the ship?
Yep, there you go.
All right, Nate, you're say we're in your cabin.
So with that, I summon my axe and shield
Okay.
as a bonus action. And go, I look over the edge where I'm at.
Well,
I have a dagger in each hand as well.
over the side of the ship, you see crystal clear water.
Well, no problems there.
So, when you get underneath the boat, you see the largest.
By the way, I'm going to tie that. I'm going to tie it off at my wrist. If I
Okay.
can. Go ahead.
Do you have a skill that you would say fits with survival or anything like that?
Well, if you
It's
just wrap it
dexterity.
like 5 times and
Well,
then
if it's done poorly,
grab
it's
it.
done poorly.
Square
yeah.
knot.
Yeah.
Anybody can tear a square knot.
I'd like to believe that, but
Or a not square knot.
You're talking to a
Fixed
boy
square
scout.
knot.
so you see a massive turtle-like creature, and it looks like it is just like swam straight up to collide with the bottom of the vessel.
Define massive.
Does he look? Wow. Does he look
About that size.
angry or like? Does he look? Can I determine his intent is to destroy the boat, or did he just like he was like there and they bumped into each other?
Oh
and
no!
he's like, look at the boat.
He looks like he's attacking the vessel.
Okay. I would like to conjure an elemental. I'm going to do this. So I'm going to conjure a water elemental.
Anyone that wants to get in on it?
Not a
initially?
fire elemental.
All right.
Steam burns.
I'll take initiative and hold because got nothing to do.
Oh, dice.
11.
Actually, if it's under the water, my daggers aren't be very good, so probably the crossbow is the way to go on this one.
Hour plus into the session, and Nate finally needs dice. All right, so I have an 11 for Mark,
12.
12 for Dave.
14.
14 for Ryan. I need a Nate and a Scott.
3.
Initiative of the gods.
Just get the ones out of the way right now.
For a halfling, you could re-roll that.
Ooh. 11.
Be more of a halfling.
I'm channeling half my hand.
Oh, I can't. Takes a minute to cast. I'm gonna come out of my element. I'm out for a minute. Go ahead.
For the combat.
It casts a minute to summon an elemental?
Yeah.
It's not bam. Wham bam.
Yeah.
It comes up over the side.
Oh,
Well, that's convenient.
Wow.
it's out right for us.
So it snips at one guy, smacks another one with his with one claw. So 25 hits you, Mark?
25? No way. Yeah.
You take 11 points of damage.
Okay.
And Ryan, you're up.
Okay. So for my bonus action, I'll hide, and since I'm small, I can use medium-sized creatures as cover to do so. So I guess I'll make a roll for that, or should I even bother based on its perception?
You can make a roll.
Okay. That's a 16 on the die, so that's well over a 20. That's what is that for me for the stealth?
That's high. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. It's a 20,
doesn't matter.
24 advantage now. All right. So again, with another 24 to hit.
That hits easily.
Okay, 5d6.
Handedly at least.
Let's see, 4, 5.
So is it making the vessel tip?
I think that conjure elementals is a typo.
It's ridiculous.
Because all the other ones are one action.
Completely unplayable.
Well, no. How long do you get to have it around? Isn't it like a 24-hour?
No, an hour. An hour. They're all the same.
That's kind of rough.
Every single.
But the elementals are powerful when you do summon them.
Yeah,
No.
it's
Well, I mean,
it's
maybe
title
this will
of
go
Scott.
on.
I say you have it at the round.
23.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
At your
I appreciate that. Thank you.
23 points of damage. And I start moving further away from it.
What type of elemental are you going to
I'm
summon?
gonna get a water. I'll pull up the stats right now.
All right.
Grab my monster manual.
I suspect that one's been errated.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm going to go there. Okay.
If even one of the other spells
Where
were
you going?
similar, I would
Here.
say sure,
Yeah,
but they all are exact the same.
So I go
Conjure
skitter
is
off,
used in combat. Yeah.
and
Dave, you're up.
That's what I do already. Okay.
How far are you from me? Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
you're going the wrong way.
You can definitely hit him from there.
Okay. So he's over the edge, and now I actually do get 2 attacks. So laying into him with me axe, screaming my dwarven battle cry. All right, so does an 11 hit?
No.
I can't believe it. What about a 22?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. No, his AC. Bless you. Somewhere between 11 and 22.
Bless you.
Thank you.
The spear's still
Yeah,
singing.
it's definitely between that and that. Alright, so 8, 10, 13, 14 points of damage.
13,
14.
14.
And then I will action surge. And I think so. I'll just attack him again.
Don't forget your chits.
Oh yeah, we do have those as well. So I'm gonna use one to reroll that my 8. The other one was a like 24. All right, does a 18 hit?
No.
Okay. Okay, so that will hit once again. Huh. Same amount of damage.
Another 14.
Another 14. Ah, you beastie! Get off our boat!
That brings us up to Mark and Scott.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'll go ahead.
I'm using my greatsword.
Okay.
I'm going to hit it, and the first attack has let's see, it's a you said 18 misses, right?
Correct, sir.
Okay, so that missed. Second attack. 23.
23 will hit.
I have booming blade on that.
Okay.
Ooh, he rolls.
Much better. So, it's 9, it's 19. $29 damage.
Scott.
All right. I'm going to have the water elemental. I'm going to just kind of have him push me directly toward the bottom of the creature, and I'm going to punch the creature with my fist. All right. I'm going to use that.
Advantage?
Yep. Exactly.
Okay.
All right. All right. Now, do I get my proficiency bonus with my own fist?
I don't see why not.
Okay. So that is a 14. And that is a 21.
21.
I got it. All right.
If he rolls a 1, sure.
Check it out. That that triggers the Leaves of Mithrandain. Play when you hit a creature with an attack. After the attack, you and the creature you hit are removed from play. At the start of your next turn, you and that creature return to play, each in its previous space or in the nearest unoccupied space. You are then dazed until the end of your next turn.
Okay.
Oh wait, does that mean he's not?
Yeah, you're dazed.
Oh, that's not good. I put it in the water. That's not good. Oh, wow.
All right, so
Oh, so all that did was, I thought it dazed him. Darn it.
Well, it does keep him from acting this turn, though.
Oh yeah, it removes him from, okay, yeah.
It's not bad.
He disappears, and we all look around.
Oh, like, wow, that was brief.
Does the ship start
start
moving
your
again?
next turn. So it literally.
Oh, and I've used that. Do I get a new one? Do I get a new one? Oh, it's once per session.
Yes.
Got it. There you go.
So, Nate, is there anything you want to do? The creature seems to have disappeared.
Can you describe it again?
It is a large turtle-esque creature.
Define turtle-esque. I mean, like, dragon turtle-esque?
Dragon turtle-esque, yeah. That kinda,
Yeah, they look
fits.
much different than a turtle.
Well, it doesn't have quite the same size as the fully grown dragon turtles that people have talked about.
Now, is that... I want to turn to Parak and go, what was that? Do you know what that was? It kind of looked like... Because it looks draconic in nature, right?
Yes.
I'm like, that looks like a snapper turtle combined with a dragon. That's the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
I've never encountered creatures like that.
Have you heard of anything?
There's tales of tortoises being big enough to cleave a ship in two and what have you, but that's clearly couldn't have been that.
It left in the strangest way. Are those things magical? And has anyone seen Asen?
I'm gonna shout for them to
Pull the rope! Pull the
Didn't he
rope.
go over the side?
Maybe he might have.
Pokin, use the rope. Pull him back.
I'm gonna shout
Pokin starts pulling on the rope.
for the rowman to. It's like, Captain, get the ship moving again.
Oh, several of the crewmen are down.
Yeah.
Ugh, man. All right.
Why'd you go cleric them?
Yeah, I'm gonna go cleric then, since I didn't do it.
Does someone else have a potion they can feed them? Are they still alive?
So Nate, Ryan, and Dave, all you guys all have an action that you can do something. Nate, you're in
I'm gonna
your.
assess which one I can help right now.
I'm gonna cast mage armor.
Okay.
I'm gonna healer's kit one of the
Okay.
down ones.
So he's stabilized. So the two people that are down are not dying anymore.
Right,
Maybe
I'm
you
gonna
have
move
them move to somewhere.
Yeah, I'm
like,
gonna move
safe.
mine away from the area and into my cabin, or the
And,
cabin area.
Oh, for later. I get you.
And with that, I guess I kind of.
I was thinking.
All right. So at the start of initiative 11,
I'm sorry. There's a problem.
what?
I dazed myself. If your concentration is broke on your elemental spell, the elemental doesn't disappear. Instead, you lose control of the elemental and hostile towards you and your companions. And it might attack.
Yeah, this non-lawful, non-good thing's working out for
An
me real
uncontrolled
good.
elemental can't be dismissed by you, and it disappears 1 hour after you summoned it.
That's awesome.
Fantastic.
Do you have a water? I know you have a water elemental. Cool. We gotta put them on the table.
I didn't have
Oh, Stitch.
Stitch is
There we go.
literal.
Stitch is the water elemental. I didn't have anything blue at hand.
So that being said, the water elemental is here.
He's totally here.
He's totally there.
But it depends on you if he attacks them.
Well, you can do anything.
It would be completely within your bounds.
So we'll see what happens.
You should start a
Yeah, when I
whirlpool
come
right
back,
now.
yeah.
Well, you know what? You could just use the confusion spell or something and like randomly, if you want to go completely random on what it decides to do.
Good idea. In fact,
For screwing over the party, indubitably. What the water
So, Mark,
elemental
what are you doing?
do? He might kick an ass
Well,
too.
I'm waiting for it to show back up.
it's back up. Because at the start of initiative 11, Asen and the creature show back up. You are also on 11. So
I attack it.
Who you want to attack?
Stand on
The
ceremony.
creature or Asen? Which one do you think is the greater threat to the party?
What's
Well,
the greater danger?
I haven't seen the water elemental attack us yet, so.
Can you give me my iced tea out of there? It's the half and half diet.
So did it physically move, or is it just this?
it vanished and reappeared in exactly the
We,
exact same place.
the party probably doesn't even know the water elemental is there. It's in
Yeah.
the water and probably
So-
invisible.
How does that affect with the booming blade? Does that trigger?
I don't know what the booming blade does.
I hit it, and if it moves, it takes another
did
2d8
not move.
damage. Okay. So that effect is
I'm
still
going
there.
to take that one literally. I don't know how you guys feel about that.
It's he appears in the same exact place, yeah.
So I hit it twice.
What AC did you hit?
I hit AC 20 and 22.
We're confident that those both hit.
Oh, you're asking me, or you thought?
No, I'm telling you.
Oh, okay. Like, yeah, I'm confident.
Yeah, it says if it willingly moves anyway, so it did not willingly move.
Oh, so it is willingly. So when you actually knock things
24.
back, that doesn't trigger the booming blade.
No, a lot of things in this edition.
We've been playing it that way before.
Cheating is what you're telling me. We've been cheating.
Yeah, pretty much.
So the first hit is 24.
We've been trying.
The second one is
Really hard.
26.
24 and 26 for another 50.
The water fungus.
Scott, what are you doing?
I am going to.
You're dazed. That means you can either move or act. Or
Isn't it getting dragged through the water on a rope?
I am going to use.
he wasn't there when she started pulling the rope.
I do, and I will use Ice Storm.
Okay.
Yeah. And sorry for the delay.
Nope, no problem.
Delay of game, 5-yard penalty. First down.
Really big freaking area. Damage every time.
J-I.
It's like 2d8 bludgeoning damage and like 46. You gotta make a saving throw, Con.
Con.
Con!
Oh my gosh, I don't know why it's taking so long. Sorry.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah, it's going a hail of. It's going to do 4d6 to him,
Okay. What is your
Alright,
DC?
2d8 bludgeoning.
and
Something like that, right?
looks like
Because there's cold
it's-
damage and bludgeoning.
yeah. Wait, what is your question again?
What is your
There
DC?
is- My DC to hit, or
For
Saving
the,
throw.
for the saving throw.
it's going to be. It'll be 15.
Okay. Constitution, it passes easily.
All right. So
that's half.
that does no damage.
No, half.
Half. Oh, perfect. Okay. All right. So it is 2d8 and 46.
Yeah, I just recently used this spell on a party.
Thunderwave would be
10,
a good
20,
spot right now, 'cause the
26,
bushes are 10
13.
feet back. It'd be off the ship.
It's too big.
Oh, is there a size cap on it?
Think large.
For what?
Thunderwave.
I don't know if there's a size cap on it.
Nate's. You're up, sir.
Okay. The guys are stabilized.
And it's a con save, so.
That is true.
This thing does seem hardy.
All right. Well,
We just watched us shrug off those.
He is a hero in a half shell.
He's a hero in a full show. What are you talking about?
I'm just going to take my
This
bow
is a
out
cat on a
and
head.
shoot it in the face. Or not.
Twang!
Well, con size, save aside, there is no size specifications on Thunderwave.
Okay.
So, good to know. Dun-dun-dun.
So he kind of orients his head at the three of you guys,
Oh no.
and a
Absorb elements.
I'm not above using someone else for cover. I'm behind someone.
a jet of scalding steam sprays out. So you guys can make a con save.
Con!
19.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna cash in an inspiration.
It's not poison, right?
No.
Alright, I'm also going to feel inspired.
That an area effect spell. Can my sword absorb it?
What?
Can my sword absorb that?
What is it? What is it?
As a reaction can cast absorb energy from an area of effect spell, such as fireball, and release that energy back at it as a d6, extra d6.
Well, you can
Yes, you can use it.
you can use it. It's not going to stop all the damage. It's going to.
Con modifier. I should get one of
Well,
those.
it gives you resistance.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing.
All right. So it's 43. It counts as fire damage.
43.
I'll give you resistance.
You have that?
Yeah.
Okay. So what does that do?
Use my reaction to
Half
give you
damage.
resistance, half damage.
Okay. What's the save DC?
I have a 12. Did it do it?
No, DC is 18.
Does an 11 do it? All right. 43. Let's.
So
let's.
21 for the half damage because you all had resistance. So
Okay.
you actually take 10.
Okay, so I am
Passed your save and had resistance.
I'm using my resist elements as a third level spell.
Okay.
So
Does that absorb more damage?
no,
Oh.
it allows me to do an extra die 6 per spell level.
Okay. So that is his turn.
So that top of the order.
That
Then?
goes to all. He is the top of the order. So Ryan, you're up.
Okay. To Terry's. Hey, that soft, fleshy bit of his neck looks like a blade would take to it very well. So I gave him the help action, so he has advantage on his first attack.
Okay.
And then I will go and try to shoot it myself.
So you get to use help as a bonus.
Yeah, I can use help as a bonus within 30 feet. I'm going to kind of shift so I can get a better sight of him, shoot, and then get further away. So yeah, and then bugger off. And sadly, I did not roll a 1 that I could have re-rolled. I rolled a 2.
But
So,
you look like you still have a chit if you want to.
yeah.
I can cast one for him.
That works too.
What was it?
Mark's giving you advantage.
All right, 2 over. He gets another shot. AC 20.
AC 20 will hit.
Yay! And there are allies within the range.
There
of
are.
them. So that's good. Thank you, Mark. And
That's what I do.
ooh, all right, that was well played, sir. Well played. 20, 29, 33 points of damage. As I scrape across his eye with a crossbow bolt.
He did not like that very much. Dave, you're up, sir.
Well, sir, I don't like it.
So I will use my 2 attacks. Oh, that was all kinds of awful. Alright, so I'm going to get rid of my last one of these. To re-roll one of them at least. And that's a 22. And
Wow, you have a lot of inspiration, Mark. So much. You're very inspired.
so it is 8 points of
Yeah.
fire, or well, whatever damage you did, fire
Okay.
to
Yeah.
us.
So eight fire.
8 fire, and then another 16 of damage from the axe.
From the axe.
From the axe.
Yeah. Fire does not seem to affect it as much as you would expect it to.
There is a shocker.
That is exactly what I expected.
Well, all right. Well,
It's not a book.
then you be clever, sir. Mark, you're up.
First attack with advantage.
I go. Eat this, water baby. Boom! Electric ball.
Okay.
Do I roll an attack roll for that?
I don't know what is that a spell?
Yeah, it's that one I got. The bonus thing.
Oh, it's fireball. You just changed the element.
Yeah.
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 So no, it's just a.
No, he makes
he
a
makes a
roll.
saving throw.
Okay.
What is your DC?
14.
14.
I think it's a dex save.
Yeah.
He looks like one Dexy turtle dragon.
He is actually quite dexy.
He knows it.
Is he? So how many d6 is it?
8.
8.
Do you need dice? I got a whole bunch of
That. So.
Fake turtle's gonna be on the menu tonight, boys.
27. And do I still kind of make a melee attack after that too?
No.
What about action surge?
If you action surge, absolutely.
You get a full round of
it
actions.
I get a full round of actions?
Well, you can use both your attacks.
Oh, sweet.
So you get an advantage on that first strike.
20. Oh, I get advantage on it?
Yes.
Yep.
Do you remember that section that talks about how your spell actually looks? Just the visuals of it. Is that in the D&D section? Is it the DMG? No, you don't know where
The first one, I think you did the first one.
Kind of feel like you can personalize it, however, if you're not changing the mechanics
Well,
of the spell.
You're absolutely right, but there's
20
a
and
section that
19.
actually talks about
To hit
it.
or damage?
I want to make
To hit.
sure before I
19
go
misses.
spelling off
Okay.
that I'm doing it the way that it said.
Fuck.
harder.
11 plus 21. Fuck you. Plus 1. 22. Nice.
Scott, what do you do?
I am hitting him with Fireball, which is going to add. I'm going to do it at a 4th level
Okay.
spell, which is going to give me an extra d6.
Okay.
So I'm hitting him with 9d6.
And we can find out what the water elemental ends up doing too. I'm
17.
curious.
Well, last round he did nothing.
Okay.
9, 26, 20.
That's not going to be pleasant. He sucked me for 11 on like
30.
his third attack.
What is your DC?
It is 15.
15.
Does he get a save on that?
Yes, he
Yeah.
does.
Wait, what, the
Yeah,
water
dex save.
elemental attack?
You make it.
He does.
Alright.
Yeah.
So
No,
you should take
the
Yeah,
you
the
turtle
take
thing.
7.
turtle.
Oh, wait, why?
He resists fire.
Because of his resistance?
Fucking Squirtle.
Nate, what are you doing?
Steam.
You'd be lucky this Squirtle. Then he would be resistant fire.
Yeah, it's true.
Does it look like it's just gonna bite our ship up? Like is it limping yet? What's going
It
on there?
looks fairly beat, but I mean, how often have you seen turtles fight to the death?
It looks mildly annoyed.
Yeah, this is very strange.
I know what it is.
I will
Launch.
attack it with my bow yet again.
Damn.
It's the evilness of his spirit draws it.
That's not gonna hit, so I missed.
Well, you didn't tell me a number. Do you want to turn in one of your chits and try again?
So I'm missing.
Let's send him to Davy
good.
Scone's locker.
So water flies up
Uh-huh.
onto the ship,
Uh-huh.
and you see it in a humanoid-esque form, but it's kind of just sitting there. All of you guys can make a dexterity save or check, whatever you want to call it, athletics, acrobatics, whatever have you, as the dragon turtle pulls itself further up onto the ship and tilts the whole thing quite steadily.
The whole thing.
The whole boat.
Acrobatics, one of my best.
Acrobatics, is it?
Acrobatics, athletics, either.
So athletics is a bit better. Alright.
Ooh, I don't actually think I'm trained in acrobatics, am I? Nope.
16.
26.
What'd you get, Ryan?
16.
You're fine. You guys are good.
I'm good.
It's that we're
still in
lower
water,
center, low center of gravity.
I assumed that. Well, yeah. So I can cast from swimming in the water. Yeah.
I think we're all going to be swimming shortly.
So a 26 hits you without a problem, right, Mark?
Yeah.
So you take 20 points of damage as it slashes at you.
I didn't feel it. Come on,
And-
you pansy.
David comes at you with a bite.
Chomp, chomp, chomp.
And he hits you for 28.
Is that the best you got?
You, Mark, you managed to skate out of the way of his other claw. So I would say, not that either of you are looking to move at the moment, but this is now difficult terrain because you have to try and gauge against the ship being angled. So if you're going to move, it's just difficult terrain. Oh, and Shay did not stay anywhere near this thing. He went below decks.
Who is it?
He's like, I'm going for a walk.
Yeah. Eat him, Shay.
We'll still get advantage on my rolls.
I can only do it
Ryan,
now.
Ryan, you were up.
Okay. What you did last time it was working, so you'll still get your advantage next turn. I will to reload a crossbow. Is it your move action to do so?
A light crossbow?
Yeah. Yeah. So I will reload the crossbow and fire, and I'm probably like sitting on my ass now, like keeping my my balance here as the ship's capsizing. Let me roll on the. Well, I missed. Well, you know what? I'll take another shot.
Oh, he gets another shot.
Much better. Alright, that's AC 22.
That hits.
Okay. Adjacent allies. Nice. So that's 12, 20, 26, 30 points of damage.
30.
Yep. And I shoot him in the nostril and he's super annoyed. He's really pissed off now.
Dave, you're up, sir.
Blink.
Alright, so. Alright. Decisions.
Indecision.
I am going to unleash a volley of magic missiles at him. Yeah, because I don't like him. I don't. And that bite really hurt.
Well, sir. I don't like.
Only 28 damage.
So, yeah, but I'm like half down now.
Good second wind.
Yeah, I plan on it. Either second wind or moving, one or the other.
Third wind. Third wind.
Alright, 5, 7, 10, 14, 16, 18 points of damage as magic missiles streak into its noggin.
It's looking fairly beat up. It only seems to.
Is there a crow's nest?
Yes.
I'm going to Misty Step to it.
Just put him in the cage. There you go. Pizza Ottoman.
So, Mark, you're up, sir.
So I hit it twice, 22 and 23.
You guys have figured out 19 misses, 20 hits.
Remarkably.
And
Remarkably.
Remarkably.
12. It's 26 damage and 24.
26 and 24 total.
Yeah, 26 and 24.
So 50.
Next up, it's time for something really stupid.
Yeah.
So, inspired by your strike, you're fairly certain the thing looked like it was going down, but Parak comes over, charging, falling, however you want to look at it, at the on the unbalanced ship, and he swings that little mace end of his hair around and smacks at it. You're fairly certain you got the killing blow, but a master.
But what everyone else sees is him hitting it last.
But his crew sees him charge, and the thing begin to start to slink off the side of the boat.
We could probably get some good meat off.
Yeah, let's get spears into that thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But we also have this water elemental.
Do I know about the water element?
Yeah, it's
I
sitting on
see
the
it.
deck staring at us. Look, Stitch. Looking menacing.
I will go to it and say, and well, you can't be released, but I'll say thank you for your service. See if it helps at all.
What
Yeah.
language do you speak this in?
It's a good question.
It hugs you.
To your grave.
Oh, you know,
Suffocating hug.
I do have comprehend language. Is there any way I could use that to speak that simple thing in its own
Is
language?
comprehend, is that
I
specific
think
to
it just
reading?
lets me. Yeah.
You need tongues if you're going to talk to somebody.
So does
I'll say
anyone
it in human.
does anyone speak primordial
Common.
or Aquan?
Let me see.
Ba we run a wheat
Languages.
minibon. Guess it didn't work.
So what's it
I don't
doing?
think
It's just
so.
standing there looking at
I'm
us?
waiting to see what people.
Right, but
Oh, I don't.
I don't.
No,
Yeah,
look
no
at
one's.
it.
All right, so it attempts to engage you in conversation. Anyone here decent at insight?
I think I have.
Oh my Jesus!
I can make an attempt.
I have a +1.
I have it.
20.
All right.
I'm staying far away from this.
Irritated, but you can't. You couldn't say that thing is definitely irritated because you don't deal a lot with elementals. You can't understand what it said, and it doesn't appear that anyone's spoken to it. So, after about 15-20 seconds of it talking, waiting for a response, it kind of just melts off into the water, and once it's off the ship, you can't distinguish the water from the water elemental that was there.
Sure it wasn't. Form of a bucket of water.
Yeah. Parak. This creature has probably attacked other ships. Would you be willing to take some time out of the journey to search this local vicinity for its stash of stolen gold and treasure?
It's possible we could set anchor here, and while anyone brave enough to dive in the water and go searching for its lair, we can start preparing a feast.
Thank you.
I want that shell.
I bet you do.
You better jump off the crow's nest and call dibs on it then. So.
Well, we can cut it loose and then just...
There's
It's,
lots
it's
of
about
shark.
that size.
There's lots of shark.
Oh, can't we just...
Strap it to the ship. I was
Well,
thinking-
no, just cut that off and then use that as a boat.
It'd be gross. There'd just be meat in it or whatever.
Well, for the rest of the journey, I'll be scraping it.
Yeah.
So, of the two down sailors, do you actually use any magical healing to get them back up, or do you just let them rest and recover?
Well, someone's got to row this sucker. Yeah. I heal them magically.
I'd appreciate a little bit of love.
Magically delicious.
There, one gets 3, and 4, and one gets 10.
Well,
I'll ask Boken if she's willing to help with the diving, because if she is, that might help other people get involved.
we use second wind. That'll give me back 9.
I'm not much of a
No
swimmer.
problems.
You look wounded, my friend.
And of course, you will get a cut.
She,
I just offered that to Angus.
I don't know how attractive she is, but she strips down to her skivvies and is ready to dive in with naught but a dagger.
There's no reason to wonder. That's her. I don't know. I'd say that's a charisma 16. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, what's the charisma? Is it a charisma 16?
Charisma here says 11.
Well,
Yeah.
she's crazy bonkers, though, right? That lowers your points.
Or increases them.
That raises it. I feel like that raises it.
Increases them.
Yeah.
But sir, I am a well-funded cleric of nature.
Winona Ryder gets +2, +4 in charisma from her craziness. I'd say.
Yeah, crazy's good for me. I'm into crazy.
Yeah.
This bone and word.
You get 17.
Oh, I can spare the blood too.
Okay, water breathing.
Well, I'm gonna use some of my hit die instead of using your healing.
So a short rest is in order.
Yeah.
Before we go looking for Dragon Lair.
We could identify it as not a monstrous turtle, but some kind of dragonkin.
It's a dragon turtle.
Okay.
The
that-
chaos cards are once per session or once per day.
Session.
Okay, that's not bad. Not bad at all. 14, so
Huh. I have the ability to walk on water, but I cannot breathe.
only
So
down to 7.
you guys rest up for an hour. Strip out of armor and start trying to shake off the stress of something so massive.
How does that work? The self-healing thing.
You spend hit dice. You have a hit die per level that you can spend. When you spend those hit dice during a short rest, you get the die roll plus your con modifier, and
Per each die.
per each die. And you can roll them one at a time until you're satisfied or you're out. And those hit dice come back at half your level during a long rest.
Just for notes purposes, do we know what attacked us?
It was a dragon turtle.
Dragon turtle. Awesome.
You could put a lesser dragon turtle in there if you want, because it was not
Baby.
full grown.
Least dragon turtle.
So I spend 3 hit dice and
Okay.
get what I got. The rest
You
of.
get 3 die 10 plus 3 times your con mod.
May I look
Yeah,
that up
which
with ma'am, or would you rather me know?
So he gave me 17
I'm gonna use
with
mine.
those
I
3
don't
hit
wanna use
dice.
your book,
brings
but
me
yeah, thank you. I appreciate
passable.
it. Let me look at it.
So who is going on a diving mission?
I'll go.
Oh,
on.
me, I'm going.
Halflings are notoriously bad swimmers, so I will keep an eye out.
I carry a stone axe.
Is it really Minos?
So Taris
That's not very
and
good.
Aeson are going under. And what about Arbalason? Are you on sentry duty? Are you on meat duty?
Entry duty. That sounds like a great.
Sentry. I have sentry as well.
Because I have water breathing. That would make things so much easier.
That would be a ritual that I do not have access to because I'm not a druid.
If you're a
Be awesome, man.
warforged,
Do it. If there was ever a time, man, use it now.
I don't have it.
Oh, you don't have it. Oh, yeah.
It's ritual.
can we have those jellyfish that produce oxygen that go over your face?
Ooh, that'd be awesome. Where'd that come from?
I don't know. I've seen it in like sci-fi stuff. Yeah, see.
All right. So how good are your Constitution modifiers?
Not good.
Not good. How about you, Scott?
It is plus. I have a 14 con.
I have a plus. You have 14.
Yeah.
I have a 13. I
Oh.
only have a +1.
Plus.
I'm gonna cast freedom of movement. That's what I'll do before you guys go. I'm trying to figure out what I can do for you before you drown terribly.
Good call.
Hopefully it's not some dumb concentration spell.
Ooh, look at that thing. Wow. Pretty cool.
Yeah, Bones has got a really nice miniature for dragon turtle. It's called a dragon tortoise for copyright issues, but
Duration is okay. It says for the duration they're unaffected by difficult terrain and things that would normally reduce, like magic and spells that would normally reduce their speed. Don't.
so they can swim a lot easier.
Finally, being underwater imposes no penalties on the target's movement or attack, so they can run underwater technically, like swim as fast as they can run. Kind of thing.
By there.
All right.
So-
I'm like, this will help you along your journey, since I won't be with you.
Thank you.
I will be with you in spirit.
Yeah. So it lasts an hour.
What
you know,
level
how many of those
spell
do
is
I-
that?
How many of those do I have? That's a 4th level spell.
So how many of those can you do?
I think I can do 3. So do we have a 3rd person going down?
Boken,
Oh, yeah.
if you want to.
Yes, I'll put it on her as well.
So
And the buff.
she's in her skivvies. She's got
She's got her shift on.
strapped across the chest, and
Yeah.
That doesn't attract a few more sailors to help,
they're more
just saw
concerned
a
about
dragon
getting
turtle coming out.
the meat.
and the
They're-
11 charisma didn't. Yeah, that didn't do
Wow.
anything for anybody.
I mean, they're gonna hoot and holler a little bit, but they're not jumping in the water. They saw what was in the water. They're like,
I'm going to give a long speech about
So
treating everyone with
You know what?
respect and dignity.
I should really go. Shouldn't I? Alright. I'm not going right now, so you describe whatever you describe.
So it takes a couple hours, and the second and third hour are certainly more exhausting than the first, because the spell made it so much simpler. But you eventually find a lair and begin going through a painstaking process of hauling sacks and barrels and things.
We found stuff.
Yes. All told, once you get it up, sort through it, between gems and coins, you find about 14,000 gold, as well as about 2,000 gold worth of trade goods.
Wow. That was fantastic. Dragon turtle indeed. Woo! Alright.
So some things look like they've been down here for quite a while.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 5, 6. Well, wait. So there's 3, 5. Oaken is 6. That's it, right? So 14 divided by 6.
What about
The ship share.
Karak?
Oh yeah,
The ship
You guys
share.
want to give them a share?
Well, I mean, you said that you implied that by waiting
No, you're
it'd be
absolutely
treasure.
right,
So
yeah.
like, why?
Wait, why
so
don't we
they-
give them 4,000 and we'll split the 10?
Well, why don't they just get a
share.
A share. So
Yeah.
it's 7. A share.
I think that's awesome. Everybody's got $2,000.
Being that everyone
That is a huge help. Thank you.
And there's $2,000, 2,000 gold worth of trade
Right.
goods.
Yeah,
any
absolutely.
diamonds in there or gemstones.
Well, the 14,000 was a mixture of coins and gems.
Okay.
So
I would take.
of your 2,000,
I would like them to be gems.
if you would like anything to be specific,
Yeah, so you can actually put them into whatever gems you
yeah,
wish.
yeah,
Okay.
I have no problem
That's
with
awesome. Thank you.
you claiming your share is exactly what you're looking for.
That's
You know,
awesome.
Would Harak or Parak have a problem with their share being the trading goods since they move stuff?
He has no problem with that.
Well, actually, we just gave him 2,000 in gold. Do you guys want to give them the 2,000 in goods or do you want to split that among us?
Well, their share could be in goods because that they do. They
Oh, I
are
see what you. Okay,
merchants,
so
yeah.
got it.
Makes
All right,
sense.
so that's
we
done.
split the 14.
And
They
then we'll
get the 2.
take the 2, right? Which means that everybody should get 2,000 divided by 7. I'll do it right now.
That's a little over 600.
Divided by 7.
All right, so
All right, everybody gets 285 more. So everybody gets 2,285. Fantastic.
Well, while this is way more
I get it.
dangerous than merchant staying, it sure is faster.
2,085.
2,285.
2,085.
Arbalest sounds like, why did I stop doing this?
Exactly. The rate of return is amazing as long as you
Sweet
live.
marmalade. All right.
Well, you didn't have anything attack you.
Oh, and
I was a
Oaken has
trooper.
just got by far her largest payday. Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, she.
And I'll note. See how all these elves and halflings have aided us. You know, and I'll literally let the gold run through my fingers.
And he makes it rain, throwing coins at her.
She spends time with with the loot, and she is asking for specific coins. And after things are being divided, she comes to each one of you and wants some kind of trade. Everything is like oh, it's a gold coin, and she wants that specific gold coin. You're kind of weirded out. You know, some of them the coins look alike, except that one is a little bit cleaner, or it's got a different mint marking on it. But so do any
I
of you?
immediately suspect her as being some kind of dealer of antiquities or something.
I will trade her coin.
Is there anyone that is not willing to trade? You're not willing to trade?
I'm willing to trade. Just to be difficult.
Well, using my vast intellect, I will just sort of see if there's like a motive behind it other than just being particularly particular.
You think she's just being particular?
Okay, all right, yeah. Then I just trade her because it doesn't really matter to me. Now, if this was like fine bolts of fabric or something else, it'd be a different story. But
And then later in the day, you know,
There was fabric down there, but it was ruined.
I'll tell her not to be upset about Taris and explain to her about the death of Varys and tell her that tale one time. And that's why
he's a dick because
That's why he's difficult, because his brother died.
And turned into a blood cold zombie.
She sobs at the tale, clearly moved by the emotion.
It was sad for all of us. It really was. Yeah.
Cost us many horses.
so many horses. Oh.
So
if,
many horses.
if anyone's skilled at sort of tannery and would be so kind as to remove the hide, I could imagine like the fleshier, softer parts of it. Someone might pay for like a jacket or something made of it.
There's
Oh,
quite
yeah.
there's quite a large amount of skill amongst the sailors here, it seems that Parak has gathered this crew together not only for their sailing ability, but for their eclectic set of skills.
Okay. So I'd happily reward somebody to do that. Like, the better parts of it we could sell to an armorer back in Griffingaf,
Yeah.
but the pieces that are more supple, I would actually want to use for garment making. So
You want the actual shell.
Nice.
yeah.
Well, I mean, you see how big the shell is. I mean, this is about.
Oh, you're right. Anything you made.
Well, I
from
don't
that
know if we
would
wanted to
be
make a house or a
nice.
tank out of it. Or...
Absolutely make it. Although the tank's appealing, you know.
So, once everything is clearly settled, Shay doesn't have much help in being able to either dive in the water and go searching or start harvesting things off of said turtle. But he is more than willing to help in the sampling of the food. As he loudly proclaims that he's never eaten this before.
Ooh.
It's gonna be first for me too.
The
the dog.
the dog thing.
Shay's Lounge. Looks like turtle soup is on the menu.
On
So-
to Dralek.
From over the next several days, there's large strips of the meat that's out for salting and jerky, and there's
Oh, and I'm also guessing that the dicing sessions are a lot more intense now.
It's all the ante now after that.
Oh yeah.
The time you fought 3
One of those poor
dragons.
guys gonna get off to shore poor.
Exactly.
So-
Like, I had 100 gold.
Boken loses at least a quarter of her winnings, or of her take in the dice throwing, and she seems to be flirting without abandon and having a grand old time.
I already had a lot of gold.
Well, if it gets too heavy a burden for you to carry,
I shall carry it for you, Master
I will
Frodo.
help.
Master Frodo. I can't carry this burden for
I
you,
would like
Master
to
Frodo,
check
but
on
I
the
can
spear.
carry you. And you're just carrying a sack.
Everything is, the 4 locks are secured, and the magic is still.
It was a
And
diversion.
when I go, I will tell Taris. I'll say, Taris, I'm going to check on the spear. I'll be back shortly. You're welcome to come with me.
I'll go with him.
We just want to make sure it's safe, that's all.
Is it secret?
Is it secret? And it's
Its shell is going to be the roof to the smithy I open up.
that's going to be cool.
So, some fairly interesting fish are caught over the next leg of the journey, as you now have a different type of bait to throw out there, and
Should be no
People are-
shortage of sharks out there either with all that blood in the water.
well, that's several days back. It's not carrying along with you. The smell is a little odd. I don't know exactly how you're dealing with the shell.
Like, old run over alligator.
Yeah, because we all know what that smells like.
What, you don't? It probably smells more like armadillo, but hey.
But you managed to make it to Dralek without any further incident. All of you are enriched by your adventure on the seas. And damn, you managed to trounce that thing pretty good.